Welcome to Market Makers, the leading podcast for African business leaders. Each week, we will be exploring the strategies, the stories, and the bold ideas that are shaping the future of African markets.
Welcome to Market Makers with your host, Alexander Adam, the podcast where we speak to business leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators who are shaping industries and making an impact. Whether you're just starting out or in executive leadership, you'll hear stories and strategies that can inspire your own journey in business.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Market Makers podcast, where we explore the insights and strategies of innovative business leaders who are reshaping industries across Africa. I'm your host, Alexander, and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Alaa, the CEO of GIG Egypt. Under his leadership, GIG Egypt has been at the forefront of delivering high-quality insurance products and services that are tailored to the ever-evolving needs of individuals, SMEs, and business partners. They also recently earned the prestigious title of Best North African Insurer of the Year 2024, a remarkable recognition that reflects their dedication to delivering high-quality insurance products and services. Alaa, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Very nice to see you.
To get started, Alaa, could you just share a bit about your journey to becoming the CEO of GIG Egypt? What inspired you to take on this leadership role?
Yeah, I did start actually working in the insurance market since 1988, and that's a very long journey. I joined a public sector company called Miss Insurance Company. It's the largest public sector company in Egypt and in the region, to be honest. And then I moved to a private sector company called Suez Canal Insurance Company. I did have 3 years working in the US market as well, in a smaller brokerage office. And then I moved back to Egypt, where I joined ACE. ACE, they just started working in Egypt in the year 2000, and I joined them as a technical manager. In the year 2005, I moved to Arab Miss Insurance Group, which is GIG. It used to be named as Arab Miss Insurance Group. And then I've been with them since 2005. This is my 20 years with them. So I've been the managing director of the company since 20 years.
Such an impressive journey. I think also that congratulations are in order with winning the Best North African Insurer of the Year 2024. It's such an impressive achievement. Could you please share what this means to you personally and to the team at GIG Egypt?
Yeah, it's a very important one for us, to be honest, to be named as the best company in North Africa. We've done a really great job. When I joined the company in the year 2005, the company used to have a turnover of 46 million Egyptian baht. And this year, we closed the year with 4.01 billion Egyptian baht. So we go up from 46 million to 4 billion Egyptian baht in 20 years. That is really a great achievement. The first thing is that we also have the best underwriting result, not only in the market, but I think in the North African region. We do have a combined ratio within the last 10 years that did not exceed 84%. So we work with a very good combined ratio. And we do have a very good staff in the company. And the company hold a very good position in the Egyptian market and in North Africa as well. We have been myself nominated as the best CEO in Africa during the year 2023. That is a recognition by AIO, the African Insurance Organization. And also, I've been also nominated as the best CEO of the Middle East in the year 2017. So we've got a very good recognition for the job that we have done during the last 20 years. And for us, we position ourselves as we're not the largest insurance company, but we are a medium-sized insurance company that we can insure any kind of non-life insurance. So we do have a lot of line of business that we can provide insurance for, mainly in non-life. We do have also within this non-life parameter medical as well. We do life medical, and we have a very good steady portfolio. This portfolio is very balanced. So we do not have like most of the companies in the Egyptian market or even in the North African market. We do not have a line of business that supersede other line of business, but all the line of business that we have, the maximum we could write like a 20-25% of the portfolio. So the portfolio is really well balanced and mixed in a way that when you have such a balanced portfolio, you make sure that you do not have really a big loss when you lose in one line of business that's really had the majority. So that's one of the beauty things that we have. And recently, we've got also, we have been rated by AM Best since the year 2000. Our rate was 2000, since then was triple P plus. And this year we got uplifted to A. So our rate now is A, which is very important to have a rating from such a very recognized institution like AM Best. It's an international rating agency, you know. And being rated with AM Best, we started even to see some business that we'd never seen before, especially in the area of energy, oil and gas, aviation is one.
Correct.
So we do recognize that such a recognition from the North African market is giving us a privilege and also giving us some sort of a challenge as well.
Awesome. What would you attribute this success to? Both the personal success that you've listed as well as the company success. What would you attribute this to?
Yeah, to be honest, let me talk about what we have done during the last 20 years. We focused on underwriting result, not on the gross premium rating. So we said, okay, we wanted to have some premium on the growth. And as I said, we grow from 46 million to 4.1 billion almost. So that's a growth. But in the meantime, we really do have a system where we can have a B&L for each client. So we work with a client on a basis that if a client is a loss maker or they have a lot of losses, we do visit their portfolio and sit with them, talk to them. We tell them that we would like to keep you, but this is our risk management tools that we would like you to apply. If you wanted to apply risk management tools, that will help you to get better results. And in the meantime, it will help you to continue your business in a very good way. And doing this with a client in the beginning, it was not easy because client used to say, okay, fine. If I have some losses and you want me to leave for another company, I can leave tomorrow to another company. I may get a discount as well.
Sure.
And you know the competition in the markets.
Yes.
But when the clients actually realize that we're doing this not only for the sake of gaining more money from them, but actually for the sake of having them continue their business in a very good manner. So we were able to convince most of these clients to continue with us in terms and conditions that really help us. So first of all, risk management to the client, that was important. We have hired 4 engineers, and maybe you are sitting in Toronto, so this for you, it's the normal thing. But believe me, in the Egyptian market, it's not an easy to find 4 engineers to hire in one company. We hired 4 engineers. We give them the best training ever. We've sent them over to Swiss Re, Munich, and to the London market to be well trained. And then they started to do some sort of risk assessment to our clients when it comes to property, engineering, and oil and gas. And this helped the clients also to see the added value that we give to them. It's not only about insurance. It's not only about having a policy that you can carry in your hand when you have a claim you will use, but also to go with the client step by step in the journey to make sure that the client is well fit. Correct. And the risk is being really assessed in a very good way. Then the client can appreciate what you do. So with these 4 engineers in place, we were able to survey and give very good risk assessment to our clients. And that's why, believe me, we do have clients that has been with us for more than 20 years now, because they believe in us. They believe that we are there to help them and to give them good service. With this being said, we've been able to have a very high retention of our clients that exceeded 85%. And it's not easy, and you are an insurance man, you know, it's not easy.
Correct.
To have such a good high retention of your clients. So this one of the things. The other thing is the training. I myself is a really believer in training. I've been trained very well before having the role of a CEO. And I've been trained actually with the largest insurance companies in the world. So I gained a lot of experience from training. And that's why we've invested a lot of money in training. We do have a lot of our staff who study with the Chartered Insurance Institution in the UK. They studied online, they go have their exams as well, and they get the certificates. And we do pay all the cost for them, which is really costly. And we believe that it's very important to have such training models for your clients. So we do have training locally. We send them to institutions in Egypt that specialize in insurance. We also send them overseas for training, and we support them if they'd like to have education certificates, master degrees, doctorates, if they'd like to do any kind of education and self-enhancement in education. We support them financially, we support them in all means. So risk assessment is very important to the clients. Retention of the clients is very important when they feel that you give a good service.
Correct.
And also as well as the training. One of the most important thing is claims management. We do have very good system for claims management, and we do appreciate the fact that when a claim arises, the client should sit and be relaxed that the insurance company will assist him in finalizing his claim as soon as possible. So we have done a claims management model whereby we've been able to really assist our clients from the moment when they have the claim until the moment when they receive the transfer or the check. That is really a good journey that we do with our clients. And we are not the company who go to the market and put a lot of ads in the TV, but the clients actually do the ad for us. The clients go and with the word of mouth, they tell other in the business, especially for the corporate clients, they tell other that we are happy to be insured by GIG Egypt. We have seen them helping us in settling claims in a very good and managed time and very fair as well. And we do go for the client with some exceptions as well, because sometimes you have a claim that is in the gray area. So most of the insurance companies will go to the area where they say, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Client, this is a claim that's not covered. But we go actually for exceptions as well, which is very important. Yeah. We've done this during the last 20 years. We've done a lot of other stuff, of course. One of them is the digital transformation. We had a very good journey in digital transformation. And we are the first insurance company in Egypt that has a digital branch whereby you can issue a policy with a machine. You talk to the machine, you issue everything with them. You don't deal with people. So you issue the policy with the machine, you receive your policy, you can pay directly online, and even if you have a claim, you get it online. So we've done some sort of different components that assist us in our success story.
Awesome. I was actually going to sort of segue into the technology questions that I have. So I like the fact that you've already talked about digital transformation. So in this age of AI and, cutting edge technologies, and then I'm asking this against the backdrop of the fact that the insurance industry is seen historically as being a very old, very slow industry to implement technology. How do you see GIG Egypt implementing some of these cutting edge technologies to support their clients?
Yeah, we actually took the initiative that it's very important to go into this digital transformation journey. But also, when we started the journey, we were very honest with ourselves. We did not say that we going to be a digital transformed company tomorrow. We said, no, we have to do it slowly but surely. This is number one. And it's very important because if you see these days, the insurtech companies and all the startups and all this digital transformation, you really get lost when you see that which one should I start with. So we were very happy to prioritize our requirements, our need, to know exactly where we should start from. And we've have very good digital transformation department. We've hired really two experienced ones, not from the insurance market, from outside the insurance, because as you said, the insurance market in theory do not really have such luxuries. So we've hired two persons from the telecommunication market, and they are the ones who really had the good experience. So we have been able to give them our priorities and tell them this is where we want to go, and this is where we think after 5 years we should be. And we give them exactly what we want. And we started some decent projects to be implemented. We've succeeded with 80% of the projects that we wanted to implement. There are 20% of the project that was too fancy to be done. So we said, no, we're not going to be, we have to be honest with ourselves. This should not be done, at least now. And we've done a lot of good stuff. I can tell you a figure that for people, when I say this figure, people do not believe. We don't have a segment of micro insurance whereby we sell insurance to the underserved population. People who receive a very low income. And in Egypt, this is like a 40% of the population. So we do have this segment that have never been insured before. They've never seen insurance company talking to them. And in reality, they believe that insurance is very expensive to be, that they cannot afford. So we have developed 9 different products. And with these 9 different products, we developed these products particularly to the underserved population and to the low-income population. And we've said, okay, for these people, particular people, we wanted really to have a very inexpensive product for them. We wanted to sell a product that's really affordable. They can pay on a monthly basis a very small amount of money that they can afford. And we want them to come to the insurance market to be happy to be insured, even with a limit that's not really that big, a small limit, but for them, it's a big amount. So what we have done, we have developed also a digital transformation platform for this micro insurance segment. We issue 100,000 policy per month for this segment. 100,000
Interesting.
per month for this segment. So we have right now, since we started this project, we have 4.5 million clients. And in this particular segment, and believe me, it's a very good business. Our combined ratio is in the area of 60%. So with each policy that we issue, we gain 40%, which is very good. We do not issue any paper. It's all digital. We issue policy digitally. We send it to the client by SMS, and they transfer the money digital. Once they have a claim, we transfer the claim for them digital. So it's all digital. We have only 4 employees who can handle this 4.5 million clients. And it's really state-of-the-art model. So that the digitalization worked very well for us.
Yes.
And I believe that any company who would like to have a digital platform or digital transformation, they need really to put the priorities for themselves. And they need to know exactly what they wanted to do. Because you can end up doing a lot of fancy stuff, but honestly, it's not getting
correct.
You do not move an inch. So it's very important to know exactly what are you going to do with this digital transformation era.
Those are very impressive numbers. Very, very impressive numbers. I just want to speak broader within the African context.
Yes.
If you compare the continent of Africa when it comes to insurance penetration versus all other continents, you see that Africa is actually lacking behind. What, in your opinion, would you say are the barriers to adoption of insurance across Africa?
Okay. I think that's a very good question, and we can talk forever in this one because it could take a lot of time. But I can tell you there are a lot of barriers, of course, and one of them is the awareness. Unfortunately, the lack of awareness in the insurance and the value of insurance is really something that we are suffering from in Africa. And that has been dealt with in a good way, to be honest, in some countries like South Africa, like Morocco, and even Egypt. But it's not still up to the standard that we think it should be. So that's why the penetration in the region is not up to the standard that it should have been. So awareness is one of the things that we should work on. With the stuff that you do right now and the media, which is easy now to reach for a more population because of the social media, I believe that this could help if we have some sort of dedicated programs for the people in Africa to explain to them that, yes, you can be insured. This is the value of insurance. Insurance companies could be good to you, and we give them some experience of claims that has been handled, people that got really life compensation that helped them to continue life when the father or the mother pass away, and they leave a life insurance policy that can help the kids. I mean, a lot of stories could be done to assist. So the awareness is very important thing. The second thing is the affordability. You need really to work hard to have an affordable product to meet the need of our continent, because we know that most of the African continent, there are a lot of low-income people, a lot of
Correct.
low-income people. I have seen in India a very good model where they sell medical insurance policy for $3 or $4. It gives a small cover, but some the NGOs is helping and assist the insurance companies to assist this. So we need to really to put hands together and work on an affordable product to the African continent. We have to have the fact that there are a lot of low-income people in Africa, a lot of low-income countries. You need to really to have the affordable products. I give you the example of the microinsurance, and I told you 40% of the Egyptian is really low-income people, and they underserved, and they really wanted to have a very limited coverage with very low, small amounts they can pay per month. We, as insurance companies, we should not sit in our castle and say, no, I cannot insure these people. I need to go to Mr. Steel Company or whatever. No, we really wanted to help these people, because you know what? It will help not only also to increase the penetration or help these people to find a way to live, but also it will help the awareness as well. We were talking about the awareness, because
Correct.
if you have these people talking to each other that I got yesterday a claim paid from my insurance company, even with $100, it's a word of mouth that will help to have the insurance market growing by talking to each other, the people talking to each other. So affordability is one thing. The other thing is also the education. We do not have such insurance mentality in our blood.
Mm.
So you live in Canada. I
Mm.
lived in the US. You know that you cannot move an inch without an insurance.
Correct.
You need to have insurance for your car. You need to have your medical insurance. You need to
Correct.
have insurance for your family.
Correct.
If you have an office, you need to have the office. If you're a doctor, you have the professional indemnity. So each step that you're making should be insured. Unfortunately, this is not available in Africa because of the education. People are not well educated enough, the majority, to understand the importance of the insurance coverage. Because usually, if you have a leakage of water in your house, the insurance company, you will call the insurance company.
Exactly.
But in our countries, we call the plumber. We do not call the insurance company
Sure.
because we do not think someone else will pay for us,
Correct.
which is very important, because you need to have a house insurance for your house. So in order to be honest, if the education is not enough to have these people thinking of their insurance need and implement it, then someone else should do it for them. Hence come the role of the government. The laws should be enforced where you should have an insurance for your house. You should have an insurance for your car. You should have an insurance for your business. If you are an engineer or accountant or a doctor, you should carry a professional indemnity policy. If you own a shopping mall, you should have a comprehensive general liability policy. So if someone put his car in your place and a fire occurred, the insurance company will pay. You do not have to pay as an owner, but you pay the insurance premium. So this is a very important thing. If you cannot lead people to understand the needs and be well educated to buy insurance by themselves, put it as a compulsory thing.
Correct.
And when you put it a compulsory thing, you as a citizen do not have to pay the premium each time, because someone else would pay it for you. Like a professional indemnity, the doctor would pay for the people he deal with. Like
Yes.
the comprehensive general liability, the owner of a cinema or a shopping mall will pay for the people who visit the shopping mall. So at the end of the day, you will create awareness, you will increase the penetration. So the education should not be a barrier, but the good and the important thing is to have the country or the government put some sort of compulsory. So compulsory is really important, especially when you talk, for instance, if you talk about nat cat claims.
Mhm.
We've seen this year that in the year 2024, the nat cat around the globe has really a cost of $310 billion. This is around the globe. the insurance market share is $140 billion US. So out of 310 billion, 140 billion will be paid by the insurance market, which is a huge amount. Think about it. It's 140 billion. It's really a huge amount. But if you sit in a world or in a country where you're exposed to flood or to any kind of storm or heavy rains or earthquake,
yes,
and the government do not ask you to insure your place compulsory, and you have such a big claim, who will pay this claim? The governments are not be able to pay. Even if they pay, they will not pay like 100%. They give you a small amount. So you'll be left with no house, you'll be left with no car, and that's really unbelievable. So insurance should be mandatory for some segments, like natural hazard, for instance. Natural should be like mandatory. It should be mandatory.
Correct.
So this is one of the most important thing. And unfortunately, the partnership between the private sector and public sector is very important, but it's not there. So in Africa, we need more of a partnership between the public sector and private sector. When I talk about public sector, I mean the governments.
Correct.
Governments should put hand to hand with the private sector, the insurance companies, and tell them what is the border that you can afford for such claims for the natural hazard, for instance. So there are a lot of barriers. I don't want to take all the time in the barriers.
No.
But we have inflation first. Inflation is a very important thing that we've seen, even we've seen it in Europe and the US. But in Africa, we do have a lot of inflation that's in some countries that's double digit. And inflation is increasing also the cost of medical bill. And that's why you need to have a medical insurance, because the medical bill is really increasing. It's the same for the motor cars. If you have inflation, it means that the spare parts prices are really higher, so you have to have insurance. So inflation is one of the things that's affecting our life. So it needs to be met with good insurance companies in place, insurance policies in place.
Awesome insights, Alaa. Thank you very much. I just wanted to segue a bit and make this a bit more personal, since I've been asking all of the business questions. So I want to know, growing up, did you ever see yourself as being the CEO of leading an insurance company in Africa like this? Or was that a dream of yours, or was it something else that you wanted to be when you were growing up?
Yeah, thank you for this question. Actually, I studied banking. And I even had my research when I graduated from the School of Management, the Faculty of Management. I did research on one of the banks in Egypt, one of the largest banks in Egypt. So my main aim was to work in a bank. But the first opportunity as a job after graduation, I got in an insurance company. And I went for the interview just for fun to see how it will work. And when I was interviewed, I was accepted. So I said, okay, let me try to see what is the insurance thing. And I really liked the subject very much, to be honest. And I started reading a lot in insurance. And then I made some sort of 2 years high studying diploma in insurance. And I found it really interesting. So it started like this. I've never thought that I'll be sitting in a seat of CEO of an insurance company, but it happens like this. And the funny thing is, when I meet a lot of people, I travel a lot and I attend a lot of conferences. And I meet a lot of people in the insurance market, in the region, in the Middle East, in Europe, even in the US and Canada as well. And most of them, when I ask them the same question that you asked me, and I found that they went to the insurance market constantly. They didn't want to really work in the insurance market.
Correct. All the time. Happens all the time. All right. Awesome thing. Is there a fun or surprising fact about you that most people might not know about, even those within your professional circles?
Yeah, I think people know that I'm fond of football, soccer. So I support Al Ahly team. That I think you have an African background, so you know Al Ahly team. Al Ahly is a champion of African league for 12 years. I mean the second club is 5 years. And this year, particular year, we going to, I mean, 2025, will be in the US playing in the World Cup for the we have 24 clubs that competing, and the first game Al Ahly will play against Miami, where Messi will be there. And
Nice.
I booked the ticket to be there. So I'm a football fan, and of course,
Interesting.
yeah.
All right. Alaa, so we're getting to the end of the podcast. We're just going to move into what we call the rapid fire round. So this round is just fast-paced segments where
Okay.
we get to know a
Okay.
little better on personal and professional
Sure.
things regarding you. All right. So the first question will be around the best business book you've read.
Sorry.
The best business book that you have read.
Okay, I've read actually a lot of business books, but there's one about leadership. That's the one that I really enjoyed a lot, and I actually take a lot of I can't remember the name of the book exactly, but how to be a successful leader. So I have a lot of people that when I have the chance, I recommend them to read as well.
Awesome. Is there a tool or an app that you can't live without as a CEO?
Honestly,
Interesting.
not really, not really, to be honest.
Interesting.
Not
All right.
really, yeah.
Is there a valuable piece of advice that you've received recently?
Yes, I actually always listen to other people, and I do value such advices from people around me, even the younger people. And I've just had a meeting an hour ago with one of our brokers who advised me to take some rest.
Interesting. Okay. So what's the biggest lesson that you have learned in 2024?
Yeah, life or business?
Both.
Both. In life, actually, I've learned that life is too short and you really have to enjoy it. In business, I've learned something very important, that you never give up. And once you lose, it means that it's the first step of winning again.
Correct. All right. As the best North African insurer of the year, what advice would you give to other business leaders who are listening on this podcast, who are also trying to build an award-winning organization like GIG Egypt?
Yeah. When you talk about insurance, I think one of the most important thing is not to really look at the gross premium that you write. Look at the bottom line. Bottom line is the most important thing. And the bottom line has a lot of components. So you need to watch your management expenses. You need to watch your acquisition cost. You need really to work hard for the claims management. And if you do this 3 angles, you will be really left with a very good bottom line.
Alaa, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure learning about your leadership journey, the success of GIG Egypt, and your vision for the future. We wish you continued success in all your endeavors, and thank you once again for joining us on Market Makers.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it, and looking forward to see you in person.
Nice.
Thank you.